Hi, my name's Jennifer Herbert and I'm Head of Talent Acquisition here at Protiviti. And I'm just here today to give you 5 of my top tips for when you go to interview. Number 1, dress to impress. Might sound a little bit cliched in the world we're working in at the moment that's hybrid, but really if you project yourself in the world in a positive light, it really does help those internal nerves that when you get to the interview, you're feeling a lot more settled. We are a client-facing business, so it is important how we present ourselves as well, and we want to just show up to our client and show we're here to do our best job. So tip 2, prepare. Might sound really obvious, but I've seen a number of people coming into interviews and nerves get the better of you. So what do we mean by preparation? You know you're going to be asked quite a series of questions about yourself. We're trying to get to know you and understand how you work and operate. We call it what's called a STAR model. So you think about evidencing everything you do. So it's the situation, the task, the action, and what was the result. To put it another way, think about it going into an exam. We've all done exams. You have to think about an introduction, a middle, and a conclusion. Think about your evidence, think about what you're trying to showcase. For example, most organisations want team players. Think about some examples of team playing. But do think about both of the sides of it because you need to have that self-awareness. What went well and what didn't go well. When it went well, what were the circumstances? What was happening? Who was involved? What was the result? When it didn't go so well, again, conversely the other side, what perhaps were the components that weren't there that were missing? Was it the team that was the problem, or was it the task that were the problem? Think about all those aspects and then think about 2 examples of each. Our brains get really fuzzy when we're doing interviews and it's really hard to recall from a memory. So if you can think of 2 to 3 examples in that preparation, it will really give you a head start. And it might sound simple, but do make sure you read all the literature that you're sent, any helpful tips, any videos, talk to people that perhaps are in this industry as well. And finally, a really good key point is to make sure you do look at the website. It seems simple, but there's so much information on websites now, and it's a really good starting point for you. Tip number 3, virtual interviews. Think about your setup and your background. It's great now that virtual interviews are becoming more the norm. But do remember to make sure that everything's set up for you. By that I mean, does your Wi-Fi work? Are you using the right camera? Do you feel comfortable in terms of where you're sitting? Do all the testing beforehand so you do away with some of those nerves. Think about your background. Sometimes it's really nice to sit on your bed cross-legged, feeling quite comfortable, but is that going to give the right impression? And is that also going to get you in the right frame of mind? My advice would be to make sure your laptop is at eye level, you're in a comfortable chair, and that you've got all of those comforts around you, but you're feeling professional and ready for that interview. Finally, we are doing some of our interviews in person, so always remember to turn up 10 minutes early for those. So tip 4, this is about you. What do you need to make an informed decision? By that I mean when you turn up, there's lots of questions we'll be asking you, we'll be interviewing you. But do remember to interview us as well. What are the things that you know to understand about the work, about the setup, the people, what you'll be learning? You need to make sure that by the time you reach a decision, maybe when we offer you, that you're able to make an informed decision and have all the information at your fingertips. So when you do get an opportunity to ask questions, make sure you do, and we'd be delighted to answer them. And finally, tip 5, smile, be yourself, breathe. Whatever you need to do to relax those nerves. Smiling's my way of relaxing, but we're all different and we all approach things in a different way. Essentially, we want you to be yourself and to be your authentic self. To do whatever you need to do to just relax those nerves. finally, good luck. We really hope you do well on the day, and we're really looking forward to seeing you.